Sarah Kustak from the Yes Network. Coach Hollins, you say it's miracle-like. Can you just describe for us what this last week has been like for you getting here till today?
Well, it's been a whirlwind. It's been very hectic, and the first day was literally overwhelming from the text messages and phone messages that I had that I couldn't return. I was just talking about, I woke up about 6:30 in the morning, and I had 13 text messages, and then I had 35, and then 60, and then 85, and then it went all the way up to 150 text messages. And I'm trying to get back to people, and I text one person, they want to text and have a conversation, and then the phone call started. I don't know how many of you had gotten my home number, my cell number, but you can best bet it will be changed. But it was just a whirlwind of trying to touch base with everybody, and then not only was the media calling, so many coaches were calling, and I didn't realize I knew so many coaches that were out of work, like myself, and so it was a little bit overwhelming at the beginning, but as the day went on, I caught up. The next day got better, and I was able to start planning the way I wanted to plan, and that was I was very thankful for the fact that it did lighten up a little bit.
And Coach, when you say that you did go through this process a bit with Billy and the Nets last season, what did that year off give you in terms of perspective and what you've been able to learn and bring to this year?
Well, I was doing NBA TV and I was doing Sirius Radio, and I'd like to give a shout out to all my Sirius guys. It was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it, but I was able to stay connected to the game and see the changes, how the game is changing, and how I wanted to move forward if I got another opportunity. And seeing more in depth. When you're watching a team and you're preparing for one team, it's a little difficult. But when you're doing TV, there's a lot of teams that you're watching tape on, and then I'm watching so many games every night. It just helped me grow, and it helped me understand a lot of the team. So now as we go forward, and my assistant coaches are telling me about this guy and that guy, I can say, well, I saw him from a different perspective when I was watching the games all year long, and it just gives me better insight. Being off was truly, truly a blessing. I didn't see it at the beginning, but I was able to spend a lot of time with my son that was at the University of Minnesota, going to his games and watching him. And one of the most emotional moments for me was when he was in NIT and they won the NIT championship, and he was the MVP, and I was on the court, and I said, "I'm proud of you." And he just said, "Dad, I'm just glad that you were able to be here." And so that was huge. And being at home, going out and seeing my granddaughter out in there. You don't realize how busy you are and how much you're missing in life when you're working, and to have that opportunity off, just open up and made me reconnect with real life again, and not this fantasy world that we live in.
Okay, Bondi.
Coach, Stephan Bondi from the New York Daily News. I know the roster isn't quite set yet, but do you have an idea what kind of style you want this team to play?
Well, when I look at this team, I look at some veteran players that can score, some young guys that are coming up that need to be developed. When we start talking about style, I have to sit down and see, through watching tape, just exactly what we want to do. I know that I want to play at a little quicker pace than they even played it, that we played it in Memphis. But I don't want to, run up and down the court and jack up shots. I want to be aggressive. I want to be tough defensively. I want to be tough mentally. That's, what I prided myself in as a player and as a coach. And in trying to win and to win it all, it's about how mentally tough you are, because there's so much adversity in an 82-game season, and then the playoffs are such a marathon that it takes mental toughness. It takes cohesiveness. And that's more what I'm, putting my sights on versus what style, because any style you play can be successful. It's about those other things that make you go to the top.
Alex.
Coach, Alex Raskin, Wall Street Journal. Have you had any contact with Paul Pierce or Kevin Garnett, and have you gotten a sense of which way either are leaning?
No, I haven't. So I don't know. No.
Andy, go ahead.
Andy Adler, Pix 11 News. You've mentioned the fact that one of the main reasons why you're happy to be here is the culture that the Nets bring. Can you put into words exactly what that culture is?
Well, you know, I started my pro career with the Phoenix Suns, Jerry Colangelo, Cotton Fitzsimmons, Paul Westphal, and we had just great synergy and cohesiveness as a group. And I haven't had it from top to bottom that way since. I mean, coaches, I've been, when I was in Milwaukee, we had great synergy with the coaching staff and management there. But it's just nice to be able to do your job. And that's all I want to do. I'm a basketball coach. I don't want to do Billy's job. I don't want to do anybody else's job in the organization but the one that I'm hired to do. And that's important to me. I'm very low maintenance. And I'm actually embarrassed by, I drove up and saw the big billboard with my picture on. I mean, like, come on. But, I just want to coach. And
you didn't see the buses?
Let's not go there. But Mikhail Prokhorov has the resources, and he's very competitive and wants to win. So he's willing to use those resources for the right players so that we can have an opportunity to win. It's New York, one of the greatest markets, and we can entice free agents. That's important. So when you start looking at the whole package, it becomes a very, very exciting opportunity, and I'm looking forward to it.